Hey, Shalom family. This is Noah Banyasha Allah, and this video is strictly for the brothers that's part of Achad Inc. And so basically, we're amongst family. Don't get me wrong. Everybody else outside of this is family, but the special family that I hope see the spirit that is going to be behind Achad Inc. Now, in my explaining to you brothers and what it's about, I'm not sure if I had emphasized enough the importance and exactly what it is we're trying to do. Now, with that being said, not everybody is going to have the same vision. I'm not in your prayer closet as to what the Most High is telling you his plans for you are, and it's not my place to stand between that, get in between that. Some people, like I've said before, some people, the spirit is on certain people to leave. The spirit is on certain people to stay here in Babylon. Um, I have no problems with that. But whether you leave or whether you stay, it should be under the umbrella of Achad Inc., which means that if you have a brother that comes in from another nation, or another country, it's still Achad Inc. He is still home. Now, there's a couple of brethren who have land from friends or family, and they want to set up base there. But I mean, that's fine. You're grown up. You can do whatever you wish to do with that. This is where the caveat, though, the problem arises with Achad Inc. It's easy to slide up in somebody else's land, but but know that this is somebody else's land, which means you are subject to their whims, their rules, um, their ideology, or at any given time, that brother can just tell you to get the heck on up out of here. If he doesn't have the spirit of Achad, then he has a spirit for himself. Even though he might love somebody else, he might love you, he might love what we're doing, but if he is still holding on to the land, saying that this is his land in his name, you really can't trust that. I can't trust my family with that. I got 10 of them. They're not going to be homeless because daddy uprooted them to another man's land. Alright? It's going to be Achad Inc.'s land. Alright? Which means that you just can't uproot me. And that goes for everybody, because the land will not be under Timothy Smith's name. It's going to be under Achad Inc. And since we're all going to be equal shares of Achad Inc. and board members, then know that the same guarantees that I have, you have equally. The spirit behind this, of course, like I've said before, is Acts 4:32 through 37, where the brothers saw that nothing that they had was theirs. Okay, they were one mind, one soul. Okay, and they divvied up everything equitably so that nobody would be in need. This is a hard thing for a lot of people to do. Everybody wants to seek their kingdom. Alright? Everybody wants to seek their kingdom. The only problem is that their kingdom will never come this side of Jordan. Alright? Till the king come, you won't have a kingdom. Alright? So don't let the enemy keep pushing this rugged individualism garbage to you, because That's a little carrot that he waves in front of the jackasses to keep you doing his will and keep you enslaved and keep you weak. Um, it's gonna be work. We're gonna be starting from the ground up. A lot of brothers don't like to work like that. They like the easy move. We tend to take the path of least resistance. Only problem is anything that's worth getting is always going to be met with resistance. The only thing that's not met with resistance are traps. Okay? Those are the only things that are not met with resistance. Everything else you earn. Our kingdom was earned through battles. Our kingdom was earned through discipline, through working together as a family, through seeking the Most High daily, through denying oneself certain amenities that the rest of the world had. This is how kingdoms are built. Um, so anyone who is wishing to slide in with somebody else because it's easier, you have to be as serious about Achad Inc. as I am. Um, I have to be honest with you, brothers. You know, I need you all. All right, I need you all to make Achad Inc. as great as it's intended to be. Now, if I want to be for myself, there's really nothing that I can't do on my own. You know, just a little bit about me, a little backdrop about me. I'm making pretty dang well good money. All right, credit so, but I'm working on that. So once I get my credit right, I got keys to the kingdom. Um, I got a son right now that's learning a trade that's going to help build this thing. So I mean, with or without you guys, it's going to be done. This is my driving force. I'm trying to get you in on the ground level. Alright? Don't get so caught up in the tricks and the traps of the enemy. Um, we have to start, and I've seen this across the board. We need to focus on Achad Inc. I brought you into Achad Inc. to build Achad Inc. Okay? Stop spending so much time in other people's camps. Alright? We have to start building what Achad Inc. is going to be and the face that we're going to bring forth to the world. This thing, Joshua said it best last night when I spoke to him. Brother had said that this can be a worldwide thing, and this was always the vision. This was always the vision. Was that we was going to set up a beautiful camp where there's land, there's going to be resources, there's going to be an infrastructure with businesses and jobs in place. So that way, when we're telling sisters to get off of that pole, when we're telling brothers to drop that crack and and seek righteous employment, or or they're going to be destroyed, and they ask, well, what am I supposed to do? We ain't gonna be like, well, I don't know. You figure that out, okay? And that's not the way we're supposed to be doing this. There's brothers and sisters out there. There's righteous people out there that need shelter. Righteous people that need shelter. We need to be able to shelter them. That is one of the mandates that we're supposed to be doing. All right. We're supposed to be able to defend the weak. We are supposed to be able to defend the widows and the orphans and the strangers. This is all things that we're supposed to be doing. Um, as opposed to things with the law, as opposed to things with the law, There's only two laws, okay? There's only two laws that we're going to go by. If you got anything else, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And that's loving Father with everything that you got and loving your brother as yourself. Now, under those two laws, of course, all other laws fall underneath it that matter. Okay? That matter. You love the Father with all that you have, and you know that your body is a temple. You know that you're not supposed to be fornicating. Okay? You know you're not supposed to be dealing with homosexuality. You know you're not supposed to be a pedophile. Alright? These are things that, those are foregone conclusions. If you need to read it in a book in order to follow it, then you don't have the Spirit of the Most High in you. It should disgust you. Alright? Now, I love Hebrew apparel. I plan on rocking it as much as possible as soon as I get the money up and the design that I like. Um, but Hebrew apparel in and of itself is not your salvation. There's a reason why you're supposed to be wearing Hebrew apparel. Back in the old days, it was supposed to symbolize something greater. All right, your apparel is your covering. It covers your nakedness. Okay, your robe was considered your robe or coat was considered like your nation. All right, it was also considered what covers you from sin, what protects you. That's why Christ tells you, that's why the Bible tells you to put on Christ. All right. So that was the importance of the Hebraic apparel of the day. Why it had to be 100% of one fabric or another was because you weren't supposed to be mixing Christ with Muhammad. You weren't supposed to be mixing Christ with some weird New Age belief system. All right. That's what it was talking about with the 100% fabric. Not 50-50, not 25-75, no mixed blends. We all know that the fringes with the borders of blue was symbolic of the law. The tassels with the string of blue was of course dealing with was telling you, was pretty much to remind you of the law. But if you have the indwelling spirit of the Most High within you, why do you need reminders? You don't. Brothers was wearing those things back in the day, and they were still sleeping with each other's wives. They were still robbing their brother. They were still oppressing the strangers in the streets. You got a lot of wayward brothers today that'll tell you that the reason why we're in the problems that we are now are the same way our people were in the problems that they were back then, was because they refused to follow the law. And I agree with them. But which laws? When all the prophets, when they spoke about the laws that we broke, I never heard of it being because our child was circumcised on the 8th day. Ezekiel never got up there and said, you know what, because you brothers aren't wearing your tassels, the Most High is going to send you into slavery. All right? Hosea never said, because you didn't, you're a couple days off from your feast day, I'm going to send a plague in the land. It was always because you didn't love your brother as yourself. You was taking on false gods. You was committing adultery. You was sacrificing your children. These were the things that God has taken out. That's why I tell you the two laws are the two that we should be dealing with, and everything else I'm not really concerned with. And the reason why I'm not concerned with it, because I've seen the fruits of brothers over the law. You see it. Go on Facebook. That's all you gotta do. You'll see a battle every 10 seconds concerning the law, concerning it. So while we're fighting each other and hating each other over whether or not a brother should trim his beard, the nation isn't getting built, is it? The same lack of empathy and love is still present today. Am I saying that the law is wicked? No, the law is not wicked. The law is perfect. Okay? The law is perfect, but given unto an imperfect people to show them their imperfections, that they realize that they cannot do it on their own, that they have to seek the Father through Christ. So these are the things that we don't want to get entangled with, because the minute that we do, you'll see strife. Because the following of the law to most people is just the grounds to show that they are better than the next man, and they're not. Really, they're not. See brothers spend an hour in the mirror checking themselves out so they can go out there and bang on a brother about their appearance. And you don't know what that brother's been through throughout the day. You don't know if that brother can even afford the apparel the way you like it, or the way you think it should be. So when you accept Christ and you accept the indwelling Most High, the true religion, the true undefiled religion, let me tell you something. This is how you can tell a fake religion. If it takes money to be righteous, then you're in a fake religion. You are enslaved. When you got to go buy accessories, when you got to buy a sewing machine, when you got to do all these different things, you know that you're in a false religion. There's no money necessary in this. All you have to do is love your Father with all that you got and love your brother. um, Brothers, if you're not willing to give everything, I mean everything other than your wife, of course, to the Achad, then I understand. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Just I'm gonna post this and just put it in the comments. I'm sorry, brother, I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'll remove you. You know what I'm saying? We can still build together. You know what I'm saying? It's still love, but I can't allow you. I can't allow you in the inner circle. You cannot be in the council. All right? Because you got one foot in Achad and you got another foot in the world. You know, um, we got to be all in on this. And I'm not demanding anything of you that I'm not doing myself. I'm willing to take my money and split it with all of y'all. If you don't have that spirit, don't lie and say you do, brother, and then you hold back a little for yourself, because that'll get you put to death. All right, we've seen that happen in the book of Acts, when Acts 32 to 37. Keep on reading through that. There was a couple who, when everybody sold what they had and divvied it, and then set it at the foot of Peter, and they divvied it out evenly. One sold their stuff but held back a little bit. All right, both of them ended up dying. All right, the Ruach killed them right where they stood. Read up on it. So take this serious. I'm going to need everyone who sees this. I'm going to tag you all in it, and I'm going to give you all a week to answer, yay or nay. Brothers who aren't answering this within a week already know where their hearts are concerning Achad Inc., and they'll just automatically be taken out. Alright, there's going to be more videos coming concerning the teachings, and it's also going to be more videos concerning our next step. We got to start getting ourselves together. I'm jealous over you, brothers, with a righteous jealousy. It bothers me. It bothers me when I hear dudes eating from another place, man. It really does bother me. Um, Stop trying to slide into other men's houses. All right, you got a house here. Let's build it. All right, family. I love you all. Oh, by the way, um, Travis, um, who's a new member of, he's a new member of Achad. Uh, Not sure if he's good to, if he's really wanting to be part of the council or not. I haven't brought that up to him yet. But there's going to be certain things that, um, criteria that must be met, stringent criteria that must be met to be part of the council. You have to want to live, eat, sleep, and breathe Acts 4:32 through 37. Okay. Um, no Freemasonry, any fraternal order, any especially a secret one, you cannot be a part of, um, or have any affiliations with. Um, those are the two main ones, just right off top. If you want to be part of Akkad Inc. and you're serious about being a part of Akkad Inc., put it down there in the comments that you are. If you are not serious about being a part of Akkad Inc., also put that down and I'll remove you. The ones that are serious about it, the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to get you all out of debt. All right, we got to get you all out of debt. So I'm gonna have to know your business. I'm gonna have to know y'all get to know my business too. So anything that y'all get from me, oh, I'm gonna ask from you guys. I'll show you what I make. I'm gonna show you where what I do with my income, and I need y'all to do the same thing because we are one. We are one. All right. So, oh, but back to Travis. He's got a program that a money making program that he's in. I sent most of you all the link. I think that'll be good to hop in on that to generate a certain amount of the income that we could put into the kitty. So that way, when we move, because that is the overall goal, is that we're going to move to a centralized location and build that up. Now, once it gets built up and strong, and the Most High calls you to go somewhere else, you can go. All right. But we have to be in a centralized location. There's no way we can school the children if one's in California, another's in New York, another's in Florida, another's in South Carolina. That makes no sense. There's no way we can do that. The sisters need sisters to talk to. The brothers need brothers to talk to. I'm talking about like I can touch you. And I say, oh, I see you on Facebook, brother. No, we need to be able to yell out the window whenever we need each other. Hey, we can all sit underneath a tree like wise men and chop it up with scriptures and determine what our goals for the day is. I'm not too much worried about your sins. Oh yeah, Joshua, I'm sorry, brother, but I gotta at least see your woman. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see your woman. You know, I, if y'all having problems, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put your stuff out there like that. That maybe that's why she hasn't called my wife. But I gotta see your woman, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got one, fess up, brother. It's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers ain't got wives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers are single. If you got one, man, I gotta at least see her, man. I mean, we've been talking for a little bit off and on, man. I mean, I haven't seen a woman yet. Trust me, I don't want her, brother. But we gotta do a little of a, should I say, not a weeding out process, but a vetting. I gotta at least see your woman, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just tell me you got one and I don't see it. Because who knows who you could be. You seen my woman, I think. You know, shoot, she's on my Facebook, and if just go down my photos, you'll see my wife, you see all my babies. I don't even see a picture of your wife on your stuff, man. So I gotta put that out there. Have your woman call my woman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta talk to her. I'm big on that, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't like talking to other people's women, even if it's in righteousness. I let my wife handle that. Um, so, but that's it. The Abdullah, I haven't heard from you in a while. I don't know if you're feeling a certain type of way from the things that I was saying. Um, a lot of my problems, brother, isn't a lot of my problems isn't because you don't want to go to Africa, which is definitely somewhere I'm going. My problem is much more so that you you doing you, which when I feel like you should be doing us, and I can't bank on your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't bank on your brother. Um, he's got his stuff. You know more than me what it is, but I can't bring my children down there on the strength, that this brother is going to deal righteously with me, and the brother won't return a call, um, or even text me or message me on Facebook. So apparently the brother is sending a message loud and clear that he's really not wanting to deal with me in that regard. And until that land that he has is called Achad Inc., Achad Inc.'s property, I'm not putting my foot on it because that's faulty ground. Um, same thing with you, Joshua, with the other brother, that's looking for people to fill that land. Until that land says Achad Inc., I can't do it. That might be your boy. Y'all grew up. That's your man, 50 grand. You know, I can't put my family on that because next week he'd be like, y'all, you know what? Y'all get out. No, that's not cool. So I mean, that's not a way of wisdom. Let's see. Shia, I need you to start moving. I need you to start moving. Um, you're going to a lot of places. You're eating from a lot of different plates. I like one of your plates in particular, man. Where the brother that's talking about following the spirit, and he's doing Hebrew classes. Um, but I don't know, brother. You be all over the place, man. Stop trying to be all over the place, trying to find the acceptance that you already got here. All right, that you already got here in the Kai Eat. Let's build this thing. All right. Shoot, I think every last one of y'all, at least once, I've opened up my doors to y'all and said, come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. You know what I'm saying? Let's start building this thing. So I don't think any of y'all should have any questions as to my sincerity in this regard, because I mean literally my door is open. Literally, bring your family. Let's come live here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your woman. I'm not gonna mess with your kids. Heck, I like space too. So guess what? The first order of business when we get there is start trying to find a way to expand and get a second house. Let's get a third house. Let's get a fourth. Let's get some land. These are the things that we got to start looking into. I'm not building with anybody outside of Achad Inc. At this moment because we have things that we have to do and we have to get our acts together. If y'all don't see y'all pray on it, brother. Y'all pray on it. I'm being straightforward. Um, y'all pray on it. If you're serious about this, put it down in the comments. Yes, yes, I'm down. This is what we going. This is what I'm willing to do. If you're not down, put it in the comments. No, brother, I'm not down. I'm sorry. I thought this was something different. That's fine too. It's still love. But right now, we got to build this thing from the ground up, and I can't have my resources divvied up to someone who does not share this vision. All right, this is only going to be a handful, and if it's just going to be the members of my household, that's probably why the Most High gave me 10 very smart babies. All right, well 9 about to be 10, and since the other 9 are very smart, probably this 10th one's going to be as well. I got a wife that's obedient and humble and willing to please. So I got an army right here in my house already. So brothers, y'all would be a great addition. But when all else fails, I got the resources right there in my house. So just let me know what you think. Um, I'm gonna post this up, and a week from today, I'm gonna have my answer one way or the other. Even if you don't answer, that shows that you're not even trying to follow this thing. So that'll be an answer in and of itself. So that brothers, shalom. Um, Now that other shalom, 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 that's what I give to the folks out there. That's my face little marker, man. But as for us, it's a cod, all right, a cod, and I put that out there because you need to get that spirit. And if you don't have that spirit, you're a liar. You know, you're a liar. That you're a child of the Most High, as far as I'm concerned. If you look at me and you see me instead of you, instead of us, instead of a cod, I I I I highly recommend you hit your prayer closet and ask the Most High to give you the grace to see it and read Acts 4:32 again. Because a lot of the reason why the persecution hit the Christians so hard back in those days was because they was running stuff. They became an economic powerhouse because they realized that they were one and they shared all things one with another. Brothers are scared the doggone give up they 1 penny instead of doggone pull your 10 pennies together and have a dime. And it's a damn shame. And to be honest with you, I don't have any patience for that. So if that's what you want to do, man, do you. I'm gonna do a cop.